When I moved into my new suburban home, I was ready for peace and quiet. But I didn't anticipate dealing with Karen, the self-proclaimed enforcer of our neighborhood's HOA rules. From the moment I began installing a wooden privacy fence around my backyard, she was on my case. "That fence crosses into my property line," she shouted one morning, hands on hips and phone ready to call the HOA board. I tried to be polite, explaining that I was following the plat map provided during my home purchase, but she wouldn't listen. She filed a formal complaint with the HOA and demanded I take the fence down immediately. I decided to resolve the matter the right way. I hired a licensed surveyor to mark the property lines once and for all. It cost me a decent chunk of change, but I wanted to avoid further arguments. The surveyor came out the following week, taking measurements, checking boundary pins, and comparing everything with county records. Karen, of course, stood at her window the entire time, glaring at us through her blinds. When the surveyor finally finished, he called me over with a stunned expression. "You're not going to believe this," he said, pointing to his map. "Her house, most of it, is actually built on your property." I was speechless. According to his report, Karen's house extended more than 6 feet over the official property line. Her driveway and part of her flower garden were also on my land. The fence I built wasn't even close to crossing into her lot. In fact, it was well within mine. When I showed her the survey results, she went pale. She accused me of falsifying documents, called the HOA president, and even threatened to sue me. But after the HOA board reviewed the official surveyor certification, they sided with me completely. A few weeks later, Karen's tone changed dramatically. She came to my door, sheepish and nervous, asking if we could work something out. Apparently, she discovered that a property deed didn't match the physical layout of her house, meaning the builder decades ago must have made a serious mistake. Legally, I now had the right to claim the portion of land her house sat on, or sell it to her. In the end, I didn't push things too far. I agreed to let her buy the strip of land for a fair price, just enough to cover my survey costs and some legal fees. She's been quiet ever since. Ironically, the fence she complained about is now the very line that saved me from her harassment. Sometimes karma doesn't knock, it builds a fence.